Hey, church blessings as we continue our journey with the study of the Beatitudes. Jesus is saying in Matthew 5, today we're looking at verse 9, where he says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." And you think of that, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Jesus, remember, is talking to these disciples, and he's showing them this new way of life, remember. That old way, that old nature, the old flesh, the way they did things before. Jesus saying, if you want to keep following me, come after me, then this is what you have to know. That you have to be peacemakers in order that you may be called sons of God. And you think of that, sons of God, and to be a peacemaker. When we look at Jesus, he's the Prince of Peace. And peacemaker is like a mediator in between with an individual or groups, okay? It's that mediator who brings that peace, who brings that bombing effect, if you will. So they're the ones who are, whenever there's a conflict, in this world we're living in today, conflict driven, we see everything. We see things that's going on with race. We see things going on with, we got a lot of stuff going on, and protesting, riots. Jesus is calling those who are Christians, those who follow him, to be the mediators, to be that peacemaker, because again, Jesus was the Prince of Peace, and he's not talking about the peace that's in this world right now. Not of that peace. Jesus is saying, "My peace," and his peace is truth. His peace is the sword, and that's how he wants his people, his disciples that are following him. That's how he wants us to be. We look at that, it's like you talk about character of how Jesus was. Jesus is saying, this is how you need to be also. They're going to hate me. Guess what? They're going to hate you also. But that being said, we as Christians, we ought to be able to make peace with anyone, even if they do not, agree with us. A lot of times they won't. But we should have a presence, such a presence that it brings a calming effect on whatever situations that is going on. Again, especially like today. It's not that we're on the Democrat side or the Republican side or anything like that, but on God's side. And when things come up with our families, when things come up with my family, if there's a disagreement situation, it ought to be a calming effect that I bring into that the dispute. If it's my job, if it's where you work at, and things that's happening, if it's protesting like we know that is going on, that's what God is calling his people, the Christians, to stand, in a sense, not to beat our chest, anything like that, but to bring a peaceful, bombing type situation. I remember Pastor Glenn had told me, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. I said, yeah, I'm talking to a few guys and whatever, about the things that is going on. A little quick meeting, I guess, in a Zoom meeting with other pastors from the area. And, the things that's happening around here. And, because you got the race things going on, then the riots. So, and there's one thing that Pastor Glenn said that made all the sense in the world. He said, what they need, the people, is salvation. That's true. That's true. That's true right now. The people need salvation. Well, when a Christian comes into whatever dispute or what disagreement, that's what he's bringing. That's what he's speaking of. He's speaking of God, Christ Jesus himself, in order that they may know him, in order that they may be saved and receive salvation. That's what it's about. So that's what I'm praying that, for all Christians, especially, and definitely Lifepoint, that we bring, that we be peacemakers in any situation, that we are mediators for whatever's going on between two parties. As Jesus is for us, was for us, that mediator between God and man, we should be between Christ Jesus and the people that don't know him. Be blessed today. Thanks.